Today, I am beyond excited to do a review of Mightier. This company's been around for several years, and they design games as well as some hardware that teach kids social emotional skills. Now, what's different about Mightier is they do it by tracking the kid's physiological response to what's happening in the game and then adapting the game as they go. I think this is super cool. Bing, bing, bing. All right, unboxing experience is pretty nice. Let's see what's in here. So we've got a ball. All right, a little stress ball. Looks like this is a heart rate monitor that I'm gonna put on my wrist. You can see I'm already wearing one, a Whoop. All right, but we'll have two. And then they included the tablet. Now I guess now's a good time to tell you about the price. So the longer you commit to Mightier, the cheaper the price becomes. If you commit to 1 month, it's $40 a month at the time of this recording. If you commit to a full year, it's under $300 a year. So your best deal is to commit for the whole year, but you know, it's hard because you don't know if your kids are gonna like it. Okay, so we got some chargers here. We got a charger for the wristband. That's important. This is kind of custom, right? Like you can't lose this thing. Let's see if, oh wow, all right. So we got some other things in the bottom here. We've got a deck of cards. Maybe that's part of the games, we'll see. And then they've got this silicone case. Feels really nice, and it's similar to goalies. I suspect this is machine washable, so this is a good deal here. All right, so here's that tablet. It's got Mightier on the back. Looks like that's etched in. And I'm gonna go ahead and power it on, see what happens. Okay, this is the most gratifying part of any review, pulling the plastic off. Put the case on backwards. I put the case on backwards. See, there's no phone slot. All right, don't make that mistake. All right, one thing I'll tell you I like about this case is it's like really perfectly sized for the tablet. So it's gonna be pretty hard for a kid to take it off. All right, so we set up the tablet, we went through the Android process, and what we realized was this is a standard Android tablet. It actually didn't have the Mightier app installed. So we installed it, and by the way, one of the handouts that they include basically says exactly that. It says you're gonna wanna set up your Google account here and do all that. Now, we have an iPad. It's easier for us to screen record on the iPad, so we're gonna do the rest of this review on that. So now I need the parent app. So you need an app on your tablet and you need an app on your phone. All right, so I'm logged in on my phone here and I'm gonna create a player. So I'm guessing that means make a profile for your kid. It's asking me for my age. Do I put it in the right age? I'm gonna put an 8 because, you know, we're doing an honest review here. Asking me for gender. It's asking me where I play video games on my computer. That's a fact. Do I get professional support? I'm gonna say both in and out of school. It's asking me a lot of info about my kid. It's a big survey. So they must be doing these studies as we go here. All right, so I've got my kid profile created. I'm racing the sun, racing the sun. Come watch me race the sun. Oh my gosh, how do I fly up? Go up, it's too low. Oh. Wow, this game is hard. This is not a little kid game. This is a big kid game. I'm gonna crash this thing big time. All right, it looks like my heart rate is going up though. Man, is my heart rate really that sensitive to games? Heart rate's up. All right, it's giving me some red. It's telling me I gotta calm down, I think. What's happening? Can you feel this? Mightier, all right, it's telling me to click on the heart. All right, what do we do now? Get back to the blue. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Okay, I think I'm back. All right, so I've had a couple of days to play with this thing and it's pretty cool. Inside the game, there's really two components. One of the components is you have a character that's collecting these cute little thingies. There's a map, I navigate around the map, and they call them lava somethings. What do they call them? Lava. But they're cute, right? And so I kind of want to catch them all. I kind of want to go through this map and discover them. You're supposed to throw ice on them to get them to cool down to rocks. And you accumulate ice by being cool, by chilling out. And then there's a separate place where you can play games, and they have a lot of games. Now, the games are pretty freaking cool. I mean, honestly, like as an adult, I can see myself getting hooked to some of these games because, you know, they're just like stimulating. Some are simple, some are not so simple. So it seems like there's a pretty wide age level and kind of like kid preferences in terms of characters and illustrations as to what kind of games you play. As I'm wearing the wristband, I'm wearing my Whoop, and then I'm also wearing the Mightier. As I get red, as my heart rate goes up, it does recognize it really accurately. And the game transitions into telling me, hey, chill out, something's happening, you're turning red, take some deep breaths, and then I can start playing again. So it's really nice, and I can see that if a kid is really having a hard time controlling their emotions, how doing this over and over and over again would help them learn how to self-regulate. Here's my judgment. I'm gonna give you the pros and the cons. The pros are, Mightier's really fun. I think they've done a phenomenal job with the gameplay, the music, the story, the collection, integrating some things that are also physical. Not everything's in the app itself. That's why they have the cards, the deck of cards that comes with it. So Mightier is fun. And if you've been struggling getting your kid to do something, this probably isn't gonna be one of those things. This is probably gonna become a preferred activity. The biggest downside that I see to Mightier is it's a little pricey. And I sort of get it, right? Like they've got to include this heart rate monitor. There's a tablet component that's optional, but it's there. There's a parent app. There's a lot of software that they have to develop, and it's just not cheap. We're talking about on the order of, if you're going month to month because you don't know if your kid likes it, you're talking about spending probably close to $500 for the year. Now, again, that's a drop in the bucket compared to behavior therapy, but it's still not attainable for everybody. I think if the price is palatable, then this is gonna be something fun for you to do with your kid. And I think if you do it with your kid, at least the first 5 or so times, they will learn from it. I do trust their studies. I think that this is effective for kids that really struggle bottling up emotions and then, you know, letting them explode. I wish that at this price point there was a little bit more. What I mean by that is maybe academics or maybe some other types of skills besides emotional regulation. But look, if you're really struggling with emotional regulation for your kid, then this probably solves that pain point for you, at least to some extent. If you found this review useful and you're considering different types of assistive tech for your kid, maybe you don't need something with an exact, precise focus on emotional regulation like this. Maybe you're working on executive skills or communication skills, well then you should check out Goalie too. You can see us at getgoalie.com or click on the link below.